Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing excellent because today we're going to be talking about commercial maneuvers and more specifically the Chandelle, or what I like to say Chandelle, because I can never ever spell it. Alright, so first off, what is a Chandelle? And the first things first, I'm going to use a different color here, is a Chandelle is what's called a maximum performance climbing turn, okay? So that's the key thing. It's a maximum performance climbing turn. All right, maximum performance climbing turn. So what does it look like, right? If you are theoretically in a box canyon, the FAA decided to come up, they want you to know this, is basically if you find yourself in a box canyon, what that means is that you're boxed in at the end. So you can't go left, can't go right, and forward is just a dead end, and you can't climb out of it. Well, how do you turn around? So this maneuver was the one that they want you to know about in case you need to do that. So let's go ahead and draw it, all right? Maximum performance climbing turn, all right? Okay. We have our entry, and then we come back around in 180. So this is what it looks like from a top-down view. So if you're in an aircraft, obviously follow what its prescribed speeds are for this specific maneuver. For a Piper Archer, here at UND, we fly 100 knots. 100 knots. So when you're trimming, you want to trim for airspeed, okay? Trim for airspeed. And how you go ahead and set up this maneuver is it's going to be a 30-degree bank, and then it's going to be max pitch. So maximum pitch. And the maximum pitch is not stalling, okay? You do not want to stall, but you want to get close. So what happens is this first, if we take another color, okay, we're going to divide it into two legs. The first 90 degrees, and then the second 90-degree turn, all right? So for this first 90-degree turn, we want to have a constant bank and a changing pitch. So we want to first bank 30 degrees, bank 30, and then we want to pitch. Oh wait, I spelled pitch wrong. Whoops. We want to pitch maximum that we can. So we want to pitch max. However, what we're going to be doing is we're not going to be doing both all the way at the same time. We're going to be banking 30, okay? So number one, we're going to be banking this. We're going to be doing this first. This is going to be constant. And the pitch is going to be changing, all right? I'm going to use a different color. It's going to change. Okay, so our bank, we're going to be, first of all, we're at 100 knots, we're perfectly trimmed for that airspeed, remember, for that airspeed. And then we're going to bank 30 degrees, and then we're going to start pitching up. And as we pitch up, we're going to be banking so that when we get to this point, we're going to be at our maximum pitch, okay? At this point is maximum pitch. All right, so maximum pitch. And then the second half, okay? Now we have the second half. So if this is the bottom half, now we're going to be talking about the second half. And our bank is going to be less than 30 degrees. All right? So now we're going to be gradually letting go of that bank when we roll out to 180 degrees past our initial head. As we're doing that, we're going to be keeping we're going to be keeping our pitch is going to be constant, okay? That equal sign means constant. I'm going to write it. So let me do the same colors as the bottom, that way you guys are not confused by any means. Okay, so here, this bank is no longer going to be, I'll use blue just to change up the colors, okay? So the bank is going to be changing. But the pitch is going to be constant. All right? So, I know this kind of looks a little bit confusing, but let's think about what's going to be staying the same and what's going to be changing. So, we have, let me use blue, because this one is, you can really see it. Okay, so for the first half, we're going to be changing, so delta, changing our pitch, but that's constant, that line means constant. Our bank is going to be constant. All right, now here we're going to have constant pitch, and we're going to have the triangle for changing bank. So, in a sense, things to remember is we have constant bank for this first half, and then we have changing pitch to get to that maximum pitch angle. It's about 17.5 degrees or so, enough to where any more and you'd exceed, basically. You want to get the maximum pitch, depending on your aircraft, okay? And then you want to hold that pitch, but then slowly let go of that bank, so that you then roll out here. So you're 100 knots here, and then you are at, let's get our red pen. So then you're at just above stall. Okay, so you're just above stall there, and you're at 100 knots. And this is really fast maneuver. You're going to go really fast. So, some things to think about, right? Be smooth, be gentle, don't rush things. And remember, this may look really confusing, but let me clear this up for you really quick so you can get a better picture. Okay, now we're back. I've decluttered this here so that now you kind of get a better picture. So now we're going to be talking about the setup, all right? So setup. Full power, all right? Full power. All the power. Okay, full power. And that's going to give us the ability to climb and get really high pitch without stalling, all right? So remember, to recap, we have 100 knots, or whatever you start at, whatever your manufacturer says. For Piper Archer, it's 100 knots. We're going to be changing our pitch while we have our bank at 30 degrees, okay, constant, all the way to this 90-degree point, okay? 90 degrees. We have a 30-degree bank, maximum pitch at this point, the maximum pitch. Then as we start our rollout, we're going to be slowly changing our bank to get to level, but our pitch is going to stay the same, so you're going to need some back pressure. And then you're going to be just above the stall once we're at this point. So we should have done a maximum performance climb and turn, and that is the Chandelle. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are. And remember, fly safe, be cool, and have fun.